Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Wafik Azizah. Here, I would like to present my project language assessment. The title of my project is Portfolio Assessment. Next, for the first, there is a table of contents. The first, there is the definition of portfolio assessment. The second, there is the function and the purpose of portfolio assessment. The third, the types of document portfolio assessment. The fourth, the techniques of portfolio assessment. And the last, there is the example of portfolio assessment. For the definition of portfolio assessment is Leon Paulson, Pierre Paulson, and Carol Mayer in 1991. A portfolio is a purposeful collection of student work that exhibited the student efforts, progress, and achievement in one or more areas. The collection must include student participation in selecting contents, the criteria for selection, the criteria for judging merit, and evidence of student reflection. Page 60. Based on the expert, portfolio assessment is an assessment activity carried out of using evidence of learning outcomes that are relevant to the competence of the skill learned. The evidence can be in the form of student work from the learning process. It considers the best or other forms or information related to certain skill competencies. And after that, next, uh, there is the function and the purpose of portfolio assessment. The function that portfolios are not only a place to store student work, but also a source of information for teachers and students. Portfolios serve to determine the development of student competence. Portfolios provide further follow-up material on work that has been done by students so that the teachers and students have the opportunity to develop their abilities. For the purpose that knowing the development experience by students. The second, documenting the ongoing learning process. The third, pay attention to the best student and achievement. And the fourth, reflect the ability to take risks and conduct experiments. And last, improve the effectiveness of the learning process. And the third is next. The third is next, sih, Pak. The types of document portfolio assessment. The first, the result of the student project investigation are practice presented in writing or with a written explanation. The second, drawings or report of student observation in order to carry out text for the subject concerned. And the third, analysis of situation related or relevant to the subject in question. The fourth is description and diagrams of solving a problem on the subject in question. And the last is report on the results of the investigation, the relationship between concepts in subject or between subjects. The technique of portfolio assessment. The first, explain to students the purpose of using a portfolio. The second, describe the portfolio samples that can be used. The third, students are required to collect and archive portfolios. The fourth, include the date of manufacture on each evidence. The fifth, determine the criteria for assessing portfolio samples. The sixth, perform student self-assessment. And the last, make improvements to the portfolio that doesn't meet the criteria. This is the example of portfolio assessment sheet. That as an assessment instrument, portfolio focus on documents on productive student work, evidence of what student can do, not what student can do, answer or solve. For teachers, portfolio provide insight into the many phases of student development in their learning. This way, their way of thinking, their understanding of the subject in question, their ability to express their ideas, their attitude towards the subject in question, and so on. That's all from me. Uh, Thank you very much. And last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.